And I'm going to hope that they stay once I line them up. This is how a cabinet maker builds privacy walls. 11 boards to fill that space. So let's go ahead and start cutting. So I've got my stop block set up from yesterday to 48, 44 and an eighth, which is what we're looking for again today. So I'm just continuing on. Let's double check to make sure that the mice didn't move it last night. They didn't. We're good. I should probably have safety glasses though, shouldn't I? So let's do that. Now, because we're dealing with dimensional lumber, of course, we're going to have 15 or 20 staples in each board. So we've got to make sure we get those out because my saw blade really doesn't like them. And we don't want to make our saw blade angry, do we? Man, they went to town on this one. And I'm also going to rip these down on my table saw. And the reason for that is two reasons. I've said two reasons a lot today. I don't know why. There's two reasons. One, these corners are rounded and it just doesn't look as clean and crisp. If you've got rounded corners, it kind of leaves a little dimple. That's one reason. The second reason is they're not all perfectly straight. So some of them are warped and twisted. So when you put a whole bunch of boards together side by side that are warped or twisted, you got gaps. And we don't like gaps. Round is stressful and gaps are stressful. Gaps in wood are stressful. Clarify that. Or nine. Okay, moving right along. All right, so I'm ripping these down to 5 1/4. God damn it, I'm playing friggin' extension cord roulette here. So 5 3/8, I said, right? That looks a lot like 5 3/8. Stay. Let's rip. Could probably put that in a vase and it would be like this. You know how you see those pussy willows? I don't know why I laugh every time I say pussy willows, but I do. Or old tree branches or something, flowers. I might start a new trend. May have just started a new trend here. There, that I was just showing off there. Showing off for the camera. A little bit of a flex. So the reason I left 2 of them uncut is because these are going to be the 2 end pieces that go into the dados. And I left them uncut for 2 reasons. Again, with the 2 reason thing. I would like to have the side that's inside the dado treated, if possible. Not critical, but it'll just help a little bit. But the main reason is I'm just guesstimating. I estimated the width of these as close as I can. But even with cutting them on the table saw, there's still going to be little gaps and flaws in them. So I need to know what my exact width is going to be once I've actually got these all stacked together, which is what we're going to do next. And then I can cut these 2 to whatever amount I need to get my 57 1/2. You'll see what I mean when we get over there and start measuring. So let's do that next. Let me move you guys once again. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay these out in a row and see how we're doing for width. Now, if I'm lucky, we're going to be 57 and a half. Drum roll. Ah, shit, we're 57 and 3/4. So I got to take 1/8 of an inch off of each of these outside pieces. 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 44 and 1/8. Okay. And I'm just getting rid of any tear out that's on the inside of this dado. Because like I said, I've got these pretty tight because I wanted them as tight as I could, obviously. So I don't have much room for error. So I want to make sure that I've got these dados as cleaned out as possible and give it a very slight bevel on each side just to make it want to go where I want it to go. I'm going to sandwich this in this board and clamp these together so that they stay flat. And this will help to reduce the cupping as much as possible. Okay, that was the easy part. So now I'm going to try and line these up as much as I can. And I'm going to hope that they stay once I line them up. So far, we're doing good. They're all lined up. Still lined up, which shocks me because I should have done that first. Now we do the dado prayer. Please, Lord, make this go good. I promise I will eat all my vegetables. I will listen to my wife. I will clean my room. I'll keep my shop nice and organized, and I'll help other people as much as I can. Please just make these dados go in nice and smooth without any cursing or swearing. Amen. Away. I need this to be centered as well. My prayer worked. Thank you, Lord. I'm just going to put 3 screws in here just to hold it down and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. All right, so that gets us our top part on and done, so we can declamp, flip it over, and we'll do the exact same thing. I believe we have success. I guess I really don't need to. It scares the hell out of me when that happens, and it happens quite a bit. If I bump up against my start button on my dust collector. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I know you're thinking that's impressive for an old guy like me, but it only weighs about 300 pounds, so it's really not that fabulous. This side goes here. Ooh, I think it might even fit. And this side goes over here. A little bit of glue. That's what I call squeeze out. Okay, we're happy with that. Now I can't see the bottom to see if it's tight. I know the top is tight because I can see it. So I'm not going to put these screws, bottom screws in yet on either side. I'm going to screw that side because I can see that it's tight. Then I'm going to flip it up and I'll put the clamp on the other side and suck it in just like I did on this top side. Then it'll be as tight can be. So now with this extra weight, it's going to be about 350 pounds, I'm guessing. Thereabouts. But that doesn't scare me. See? It's not a scratch. So now I can throw the clamp on this side and get it all nice and tight. That's beautiful. All we got left is the lattice on the top, which I'm going to tell you right now is an incredible pain in the ass to cut. So if I do my measurement once again, so we got 57, which means I need 57.5 long by 24.5 high. So that means, unfortunately, I need to cut my lattice, which is not a fun thing to do. I learned that yesterday. Stay, please. Okay, so we need 24.5 inches. However, it's not as simple as just ripping it because 24.5 inches would get me right there. So what I need to do is I need to cut a little bit off of this bottom part so that when I get to 24.5 inches, I want to kind of have the same amount on the top and the bottom. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. So 24.5 inches gets me there from right there. Okay, so that's almost halfway between this one. So it leaves the exact same. So what that means is I need to cut off 33.5 first. So now I can go 24.5, which gets me right there. Okay, that gets us our width. Now for the length, we kind of got to do the same thing. So we were 57.5 wide. So if I just went from there, 57.5 takes me to there. So that ain't gonna work. So I need to find somewhere that 57.5 works. So it's just gonna leave a little bit on each end, which is okay. And then 57.5 here gets us to there. So for this, I'm gonna use my skill saw, is the best tool. I tried it with my jigsaw yesterday, and kind of as I expected, it was a friggin' nightmare because jigsaws are stupid. So I'm just setting up this piece that I cut off as my fence. Measure 7 times, cut once. So I want to cut 9.5, 57.5. I like that. So we're going to go with that. I'm not a fan of cutting plastic at all. Never have been. Okay, let's get this sucker over with. Is it going to fit? What do we think? It's a little convincing, that's all. I think it's going to work. Come on, you're supposed to be the easy one. Okay, success. I'm not going to say that one was easy, but we got it. I think we're happy with that. Okay, you know what that means? We get to do the happy dance. I have to install it, but that's the easy part. I actually need to round over these edges a little bit. Now this is cabinet maker level detail, which is what we're doing here, right? So we gotta have these rounded over to match the 2x4s on the top. Then we're done. It's all in the details, right? That looks pretty damn good to me. Don't know about you guys. How's that looking to you guys? I think that's pretty damn close. Okay, I'm gonna go do this side and then it's official. We're done. This is how a cabinet maker builds privacy walls. All dadoed, very few screws. Turned out really good. There you have it, the privacy wall. I think we're done. I think we're as done can be. Cheers, look, we're done. What do you think? No, what do you think about it? You like it? No, you can't have that. You can't. If you take that stick out, the wall's gonna fall over on you. I'm telling you, if you take it out, it'll fall just like a trap and you'll be crushed. We'll both be crushed. Don't you dare. If you pull that out, we'll have all kinds of problems. Oh, you're such a good little pie cone girl, hey? Very few screws in the whole thing. I could have just glued it, but I figured it's going to be outside. I did use waterproof glue, but still with weather and stuff, things shrink. And so I put some screws in the structure of it. But the lattice, there's no screws or staples or anything in it. Nothing holding the deck boards in. I think it turned out fabulous. We are 165 inches long, 6 feet high. We're done. So now, give me 7 seconds and we will be at my daughter's house. The next step is to load it up, take it to my daughter's and install it on her deck. Then we're 100% finished, done like dinner. Should we go to your sister's house? Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. You had a makeover yesterday. Mom brushed you, you got shampooed. You were looking so pretty. Now you got plastic sawdust. You're just covered. I'm going to get in trouble. What do you think about that? Look at all this plastic. You got sticks on you. Were you rolling in it? Of course you were. Your tail's got sticks in it. I can feel them. Officially done.